What's happening? You know, I'm just here doing my thing. I ain't been nowhere. I know I told y'all I'd come back in a week. In between time, I was cutting my damn hair once again. And hold on, let me focus right here. There we go. Cutting my hair once again. Grab my favorites. And I'm going to tell y'all what I've been doing this entire time. I've been cutting my hair with the ostrich right here, with this blade, every Friday for about a month. Okay? For whatever reason on this day, it happened to be the day after I won Queen, I decided that I was going to cut my hair, and I combed it against the grain, but when I hit it with the blade, it took I don't know, it was like it took almost a 0.5 down from what it was really supposed to be. So all my head was a 1A except for right here was like a 1. So I'm like, dang. So I had to come through with the masters and the guard, and I don't even use guards, but this is the only way I knew to get that in between sides to even it out. Go against the grain, even it out, which was not a scalp in my opinion because I wasn't that low, but it was right below my wavelength. Right below. So I didn't have no waves, but I had enough hair but no waves, so it sucked. And I took that opportunity to perfect some things. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you what I've been doing this entire time regardless of the scalp, because to me that was no big deal. People got their opinions, but nobody asked for an opinion. I've made more progress with me scalping than I have with me wolfing, so take it how you want, but you're looking at it. People who have been following me, you knew I had a fork right here. Where is it? It's about to connect right here, right? I had a fork right here. Where is it? It's about to be gone. It's right there. So, miss me with that. You feel me? Going backwards? I've never went backwards. Everything I do is a forward movement. So, support or don't, makes me no difference. But I show y'all my progress every step of the way. The tools that I've been using is the Diane 8118. Diane 8169 and the Diane 8119. The 8118, if y'all have never seen it, is just a smaller version almost of the Diane 8119. It's still a medium. Face is itchy, but it's just a club medium, so I like it. Then Marty McFly, shout out to him. He sent me this to test out, and it's been I've been using it this entire time. It's tricky, and I'm gonna tell you why, but it works, and I like it. This is King Oil, Cold Label. You know, Cold Label's always in the mix somehow, some way. So I've been using this and I love it. Head to toe, I've been using it. It's amazing to me. Boom. So what and don't forget your towel. So what I do is let my towel get hot with the water right there. Comb against the grain. And what I was doing too, I was making a mistake of combing against the grain when I do my sessions. I was combing against the grain the way I brush, just the opposite. But I started to comb against the grain 360 and brush in my normal way because I'm not really brushing 360, and you'll see that in a second. And for those asking me why I brush like that, stop asking me that. I brush like that because that's the way my waves connect. If it didn't connect, if it didn't work, I wouldn't be doing it. That's the end. I mean, come on, man. I don't do things for show. This ain't no popularity contest. I ain't trying to just get on here just to look cool. I'm trying to share some things with y'all. You feel me? Boom. Once this is hot, wring it out a little bit. Sit that on there. Make sure your waves is getting all that heat. I use my hands to kind of start to open things up. Why do I do it when it's against the grain? Because I like it better that way. You're taking it out of its pattern to reform it into its pattern. So it's just, you know, more training. Get it ready to be laid down the right way. The way you really want it. So I do that. Comb again. Back into my pattern. And then, once you have Once you have this stuff combed back down how you want it, then you're going to grab your medium brush, oil of your choice, and we're going to go through the first brush session. Mine is the King oil. Like I said, it's wonderful. I like it. Take just enough. And I use a little bit more product than normal when I'm doing these hot towels because the hot towel is going to take a little bit of the product back out anyway. Some is going to saturate, some is going to come out with the towel. So keep that in mind. Get a little bit extra because I don't feel like I reached my crown just now. So get some in there. Grab my 8119, my medium brush. Get the brushing. That laid back down. And it's in your desired pattern. Y'all don't know how long I've been waiting to get rid of that damn fork. In another video, I'm going to explain to you also about the way that I brush. Although it might appear that I'm doing some extra, I'm really not. It's just that, you know, you got methods like, let's say, Young Wavy's comb and lay method. Then you got 360 Jeezy's flawless connection method. Which really, they're not too far off from each other. But instead of me doing all of that extra different combing and stuff to get where I want it, I just brush different. I like combing. I don't like combing that much. Not to be doing no extra combing like that. Don't get me wrong. I believe in it strongly, but I ain't trying to do no more than I gotta. That's just how I feel. I brush a little bit different to maximize my waves so that when I lay them down, I ain't got to worry about all that extra. And it may appear as though they're doing something different than what you've seen previous, but they're not. I'm almost at too much hair for where I want to be to do this, but I have to because my left isn't as developed and never really has been as developed as the rest of my head. So when it comes in, I have to let it sit for a minute. So it's just now coming in, but it ain't going to really come in for a couple more weeks. And I'm not trying to use pomade, so it's taking a little bit longer because this side's harder to wave up and stay that way. But I'm not worried about it. Then you take hot towel. That nice and hot. Soak that King oil in there. Boom. Lock that in. Some people believe in the cold towel method too. I've done it before. I don't do it very often though. There's no real reason why. I just don't. It doesn't really run across my mind. Like I said in other videos, when I first started waving, my dad told me it was a hot towel and never mentioned nothing else. So that's what I did. And that's what I do. Take this. Your moisturizer of choice. This is mine. And this consistency, I don't know if it's like this straight out the store, but because he sent it to me and it was so hot, I think that it messed with the consistency a little bit, but it still works just the same. Now, the thing I was going to say about this stuff and why it's tricky is because there's a very fine line between using too much and makes your hair look dull and using just the right amount, which is why we use the King oil, so you don't have to worry so much about it looking dull, but you still don't need much of this stuff. You just don't. So, boom. Get that in there. And sometimes I'll take my comb just to make sure we're set up for the next brush session. Try to make sure that each of your strokes are coming from your crown. Then you don't got to worry about, did I miss my crown? Let me do extra work to my crown. Just make sure you already did that. Now, take my 8119, hit it one time. And trust me, I'm going to hot towel this in too. But I want to spread it out a little bit. And another reason why my left and this side in particular that I'm brushing right now isn't there as it was is because I'm shifting. And when you're shifting, it almost just takes the hair that was there and it moves it like just how it sounds, shifting. So this part's thicker, the back on this side is thicker, but now this side has to catch up. So it looks caught up, but it's still a little bit thinner than the rest. So when it gets to that same thickness, I'll be straight. Now, hot towel again. This is all I've been doing for weeks, months. Has it worked for me? Yep. I don't know what everybody else has been doing, but this is what I do, and this is what's working for me. I've shared this with some others, but you know, everybody comes to on their own time, and that's fine. By the time people come to this, I'll be exactly where I want to be. The hot towel. Make sure it's nice and warm. Get all of this stuff right, nice and locked in. Get all the benefits from the things that you're using. You know, and no, this isn't natural. No, not natural. But guess what? It's awesome. I have had no negative side effects from it. No flakiness, because I use just the amount that you seen me use. No more. A fingertip full. And that's just because of the consistency. Otherwise it would be, no different than something like that. Back to this. And as you can see, well, I don't know if you can, but it is coming in. And it's coming in exactly how it was before, which was connected, which is great. My back, I'm shifting, so the back is going to come in a little bit different than before, and I can see it happening. That's why I'm taking my time with my crown and then this side more so than I was, because if I rush it, I'm going to have to put in more work right there, and I don't want to do that. I want to focus my work and make it worth it. So, get this. Brush down once again. I try to do it in somewhat of a section at a time on my top. I don't know if that really makes sense, but I kind of do. Been attempting to, at least, because this right here is one wave, but I still got the one that was a fork right here leaving. So I have to make sure that this turns into one, and this will come through about right here. And then this right here will turn into, this will be gone, and this will move either out or it'll kind of shift over. So that's what I've been working on. You got to learn your hair too. A lot of people are so caught up in these methods, and you're not paying attention to your hair and where things are moving, where things are shifting to, how they want to move. So, you know, you got to pay attention to you, man. And that's what I've been doing. Paying attention to me. What my things want to do. And following suit. So, this is almost the end. Well, it's pretty much the end right here. Once I come through, because this stuff that I've been using, the consistency doesn't, it's not a pomade whatsoever, but it does hold my hair in place using this method. So, it's what it is, and that's why I continue to use it. I don't need to put nothing extra in there. I rag up. Feel me? With the So Many Wiz Aves. The pink one. That's my favorite color. And that concludes that, y'all. I told you I'd be dropping something. I'm going to drop to you a little bit more knowledge about how I feel about scalping versus wolfing, the benefits and what it is. Because I think that it's become such a thing where people want to down you for doing it or make you feel like you're taking the wrong steps, that nobody sees the benefit anymore. But there's many benefits. Many, many benefits. Not to say let's just keep doing it. But when you really got things to work on, there is nothing wrong with keeping it at the point right before you lose your waves, which is, for me, a 1A. Anything lower than that, I have no waves. And that also helps you to learn your hair a little bit better. And what's the strength and, the make or break. So, no big deal. That's where I am with my progress right now. That's what I've been up to. That's what I've been doing. If y'all got any questions, be sure to let me know. I hope y'all have a wonderful day, and I will get at you. Peace.